Hey guys, it's Tyler, and today we are back in the bee laboratory, and we're going to take a closer look at exactly what the alveary can do. And the alveary is probably your most important tool in all of beekeeping because of how strong it actually is. So let's take a quick look. We have our simple alveary structure. It does need alveary blocks to make these. It has scented panelings, which needs your beeswax, pollen, and royal jelly to make them, and it also needs honey in there. So you are going to need to get your bees rolling, your industrious, your imperial, and then some that just produce beeswax and honey. You're going to need to have them running for a while because it does take a lot of resources to make this guy. There we go. Okay. I've had some meadows running in here, and as you can see, they are producing more honeycombs, and that's because in the past episode I talked about how the alveary speeds up the production of your bees. It does, a lot. So you're going to want to make an alveary just to get that speed production, as well as everything I'm going to show you in a sec. But we also have our slabs up here, and that's because you need those on top in order for it to become a true multi-block structure. If you like the color of wood that the alveary is, it should be noted that that is cherry wood, and you can create cherry wood in the game by the hill cherry sapling, which is made from a silver lime plus an apple oak, and the silver lime is birch and oak. So, very easy to make that, and we'll talk about tree breeding in a future episode. But for right now, here is your alveary, and let's make it day. Awesome. Now, what do we have all around the back? These are all alveary modifiers, I guess you would say. And they kind of go in this middle area. I'm not sure if they can go on the bottom. We're going to see. Will you update? Okay, cool. So they can go on the bottom as well. They can't go on the top, I'm pretty sure, because it screws up the pattern right there. But they can go all around, so we can have, frame housings going here, 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 and here. And we have a super pimped out alveary. Awesome. And that should update eventually, maybe not, sorta, kinda. There we go. And he is still running, but what does all of this stuff actually do? Well, let's start with the one that I just put down, frame housings. The alveary as it is does not have a space to put frames in. However, the frame housings, and these are part of extra bees, they can put in frames. So you can essentially really speed up your alveary 100%, and every tick bees will be producing stuff because these frame housings do make a huge difference. Having 6 of these in here and ultimately having a ton of frames in them, you're going to be producing stuff at like 288% like last episode. So you want to figure out the math to know how many frames you actually do need in here, but yeah, you can put those in. The high grow regulator. I've never understood high grow. I don't think that's a word, but whatever. The high grow regulator, basically you can put in water. Where's some water cans? You can put in water or not. You can put in water or not. There's some way to put water in this stupid thing. Maybe it doesn't maybe it needs water bottles. Oh jeez, my inventory is an absolute disaster now, isn't it? That's a problem. Water bottles maybe? No? Not feeling it? What about lava? Will you take lava? No, you will not. Anyway, the hydro regulator basically changes the humidity of your bees. So water and lava respectively, I don't know why it's not doing it, respectively will change the humidity of the alveary. So if you had a arid bee maybe, then you could change the humidity to make it where it works in your normal environment. The alveary heater, pretty self-explanatory. When supplied power, that's the only problem with this one. You are going to need some power, so let's just grab a energy cell and a conduit, which is right there. Awesome, let's grab those. Simply supply him power, and he is going to heat up your alveary. So for instance, you had maybe hellish bees that you wanted to put in here. That's going to increase the temperature, and it's still normal, which is why you're going to need more heaters in there. But it can significantly heat up your alveary and make sure that bees of different kinds can work in here. On the contrary, the fan will cool down your alveary, so if you had, some wintry bees that you wanted to set up, you could essentially create a fan and put your wintry bees in your normal environment. The alveary lighting, this guy is really cool. I'm not sure if he needs power. I think he does. No, maybe he doesn't. Maybe just having it in there will do this, but it will keep your alveary lit up so that at night your bees are still going to run. And we can test this by making it midnight, and these guys maybe will still run, and that would be amazing to do that. And all of these are made simply with an alveary and then some kind of usually tube and then some other stuff. So this actually really is not that bad to get your alveary lighting. Are these guys working? I think they are. So the alveary lighting kind of just works on its own. That's really awesome. We also have the alveary sieve, and this guy, when supplied woven silk, and woven silk can be made from silk wisps that you get from certain bees. Yeah, silk wisps from silky propolis. But these woven silk, you can put them into here, and over time it's going to collect pollen from trees around here. We don't have a lot of trees around here, so it may not even collect. It may collect these. But it is very useful when you're tree breeding, and we will talk about how this guy works with tree breeding in our tree episodes. But yeah, these guys are for sure working, by the way. We'll turn it back to Dawn. Now what do we have over here? These are the stabilizer and the swarmer, and these are 2 blocks. I've never really found a lot of use for them. However, some people may like them a lot. Just saying, that uses up a lot of power. Holy cow. That just drained half of an energy cell in like a minute. So you want to be careful. Have a lot of power if you're dealing with these, because that drains a lot. What does the stabilizer and the swarmer do? They don't need power or anything to work. They just need to be They just need to be placed into your alveary, and the stabilizer is basically going to make sure that no breeding happens in your alveary. So if you, for instance, have a diamond bee that you get, and you only get a diamond princess, you could put it in and then put the stabilizer in to make sure that you never get rid of that diamond princess. Just a kind of example there. I don't really find a use for it, but maybe you guys do. The swarmer, I definitely don't get the use for. Maybe I'm going insane, but basically what this guy is going to do when you have it in there, it's going to produce extra princesses for you. And you may say, oh, that's really useful. So if I have, my diamond bee in there, I can get a ton more diamond bees and produce more diamonds. Sure, that's one way of putting it. But over time, those bees are going to die. So I don't really understand why you would put that in there, because those bees are going to actually, over time, not produce a princess. When we get into genetics, which is going to be in the next maybe 2 episodes, maybe next episode actually, I'll show you a better way for you to get more and more diamond drones and stuff, because, I don't know, I don't get the swarmer at all. And there is one last block that I want to talk about, and that is the mutator. And the mutator is probably your most advanced and fantastic blocks that you can put into your alveary. And it's a block from Extra Bees. Some of these are from Extra Bees, some of them are from just regular forestry. And the mutator is basically your stereotypical OP bee breeding tool. You can put stuff into here to basically make your mutation chances larger. And I'll throw up a screen right now showing you the different things you can put into the mutator. But basically the one that you're going to want to know about is the Nether Star. And the Nether Star is going to basically ensure 100% that a mutation will occur when you have this in here. And it will use it up right away. So it's basically 1 Nether Star per mutation. Funny probability jokes. But if we, for instance, had our Diamandi bee, where are you? There you are. Austere plus Auric, and that's a 7% chance, and it requires a foundation of block of diamond. That is ridiculous. We could just throw in our Nether Star, and boom, mutation occurs. So basically, it's very, very useful. I know the Nether Star is pretty hard to get, blah, blah, blah. But, I don't know. I think it's very useful to have. Maybe you guys do too. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the Alveary. It's a very useful tool, very important to have. It's also one of those great moments in your life when you're able to finally make one and you place down your first Alveary ever, because it is a heartwarming moment in your life. I don't know what I'm saying. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Next episode, let me see what I have planned. Yes, we are going to get into bee genetics, which is why we're going to be spending probably most of next episode in here. working with some stuff. But yeah, so stay tuned for next time, and I will see you guys then. Adios!